needed this for a couple of days before she started getting really tired and grumpy around 9 a.m. again. Every time I let her nap in the morning, her afternoon nap is a huge struggle or doesn't happen at all. How do I help her get enough rest during the day, and how do I know when to transition her nap frequency? Okay, so you can transition from 2 naps to 1 starting at anywhere from 14 months up to 18 months. However, I recommend waiting when you start to see this, what you're describing happening, where she skips that afternoon nap. I want to see that happening for 2 weeks, which I know is such a long time to go without an afternoon nap, but I have to know that they're ready at such a young age. So I do say 2 weeks, and so you're just being super consistent. If she doesn't take that morning nap, you're compensating with an early bedtime as early as like 6 or 5:30. And then putting her to bed, right? So that we can be sure she's ready to transition to 1 nap. If after 2 weeks she's still not taking that afternoon nap, then she is ready to transition to 1 nap. Sorry, I just dropped my pen. But if she starts taking that, she might start taking the naps after a week, and that's what we call just a nap regression or a nap strike, right? That's why we're being consistent, because it might just be that, and we might just need to show her consistency in order to get her napping again. So you asked me a second question in there. How do I help her get enough rest during the day, and how do I know when to transition her nap frequency? Okay, so we talked about when to transition. Now, as far as getting her enough naps, like if she is waking up at 6:30 and taking a nap at 12 for an hour and a half, yeah, I want her to bed by like 5:30, because that's just not enough sleep. And the biggest thing that's going to help her sleep in and take a longer nap is, again, getting enough sleep. So it makes it really tricky when we transition super early like this, 14 months, because it requires a lot of sleep compensation at night, which is hard to manage, right? It's hard to put your kids to bed that early every night. For my 3.5-year-old, he recently started going to bed around 8:30 as opposed to 7. He will usually still give me a good 2-hour nap if I lay him down between 12:30 and 1. But if he skips his nap, he acts okay, just gets sleepy earlier. My struggle with him is that he is such an early riser, usually up between 6 and 6:30, even if he stays up later than usual. Is there any way to help him sleep longer in the mornings? This has been a struggle ever since transitioning out of his crib at 2 years old. That's a tricky one, because in my book, waking up between any time after 6 is considered a normal wake time. Not ideal, but normal. And so it's really hard to get that transitioned out. I mean, you could try getting rid of his nap and putting him to bed, at 6 or 6:30 and see what he does. If you do, like if he's waking up at 6, I would, at 3.5, I want him to be getting about 12 hours of sleep. So you could start at 6, like putting him to bed at 6, he wakes at 6, and then you could try like shifting, if you're going to give him a nap, I would say probably not, because more than 10 hours of sleep at night is probably not likely with a 3.5-year-old and a 2-hour nap. If you take away that nap and you transition, he's going to bed at 6, waking up at 6, we'll say for easy numbers, then what you can do is try like putting him to bed 10 or 15 minutes later for like 3 or 4 days and see if he can naturally shift to waking up at 6:15. He might not, and that's okay. You could move it back another 10 minutes for 3 or 4 days and see what he does, up to 30 minutes for up to 2 weeks. And if he does not start waking up 30 minutes later, then it's probably not going to happen, and I would move him back to an earlier bedtime. That's my best bet for you. So that's what I got. Okay, so just a reminder, you guys, I wanted to extend a special offer for just my Q&A participants and viewers. If you are interested in purchasing a plan, I have a Valentine's Day special that if you schedule your 15-minute consult to purchase, because I directly help all of my clients decide what purchase is best for them. If you schedule that by tomorrow night, then you'll still qualify for the Valentine's special. Secondly, check out the place on Thursday. It's a Utah Fox 13 daytime show, and I'm going to be on there talking about 5 reasons why our babies are waking at night. So that will be a fun one to check out as well, and I'll post the link once I get it. But it happens live, so you'll want to check that out live. And then if you've appreciated this, if these have been helpful for you, please share this resource with friends, family, Facebook friends, acquaintances, whatever. Let's get more people benefiting from more sleep. I have it in the works to do a fun giveaway once I reach 1,000 followers on Facebook. So I'm excited to get that going, but we're a couple hundred away from that, so I need your help to spread the word and get more people involved in this sleep community we're creating. Let me read some comments, and then Jennifer says, hi, just joining. Can you talk about sleepwear, sleep temps? I'm consistently worrying that my baby is too hot or too cold. Also, any recommendations for sleep sacks beyond 12 months? Sure, Jennifer. So my sleep temperature recommendation is anywhere between 68 and 72 degrees, and I prefer on the cooler side because babies and adults alike tend to sleep better in cooler temperatures. So if I had a client that really needed help, like deciding what to put their baby in, I would talk about that with them. But my general rule is to fill their chest. Often I used to, as a first-time mom, I used to freak out all the time with my little boy. I'd get him up from bed, and then I'd open up his thing to change his diaper, and I'd feel his little feet and his little hands, and I'm like, oh, he's freezing. We need to turn the temperature up, or I don't know, first-time mom anxiety, right? I'm an anxious mom. If you guys don't know that by now, I am. And really, he was just fine. What I've learned is that it's normal for hands and feet and like outer limbs to get a little chilly because they're far away from, our main circulation, and yeah, this is where we need to be keeping warm. And so when you pull them out of bed or something, you're not sure, just check their temperature right here on their chest and see how it feels. And if that feels cool, if they feel cool here, then yes, you need more layers on them. But if this feels okay, then you should be fine. I'm trying to think, what else did you say? Any recommendations for sleep sacks beyond 12 months? I do the Halo sleep sacks mostly for my kids with free arms, where, it comes down, the legs are kept inside. I did that till 2. Sometimes I have clients do that until 3 to keep their kids in the crib. My twins we keep our house at 69 at night, and their room is cooler. And my twins just wear fleece pajamas, like one thing. They leave their socks on, but they are good. So I think sometimes we worry about sleep, and we end up overheating them is a bigger concern than them being too cold. But as parents, we're like, I don't want my kid to be cold. They won't sleep as well. So hopefully that helps, Jennifer. And I just get them off of Amazon. I think you can buy some at Target too. Ariana says, I'm excited to work with you next week. Me too. Ariana just purchased a package, and so she lives close to me, so I get to go do an in-home consultation. I'm super excited about that. So, yeah, thanks so much, you guys, for your support. I'm excited for next week, so please share the good news with your mom friends so that other people can participate in this free resource and get the help that they need. And yeah, I had so much fun tonight. It was fun to chat with you. I appreciated the comments because it felt a little bit less like I'm doing this at home by myself. I keep thinking I need to do like an in-person one, but I know not everybody lives near me, and I don't know how the turnout would be, but that would be fun. Oh, Kaylin, thank you. You're very welcome. And have a good night, you guys, and I will see you here next week. Okay? Thank you. Bye-bye.